So I'm in need of a lot of self-care time right now. I think we're all sort of in this weird fucking place where we're like, there's just a lot going on, right? And so I just kind of like to come out here and sit underneath my little tree we have here. It's a lemon tree. Honestly, just sitting here in silence is a form of care, right? Like, I think as soon as I woke up, I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling on my phone, and I saw a couple things that I was just like, you know, but my mom and I went out to vote. She voted for the first time, so that was really, really exciting and empowering. But anyway, I'm making this video because I find it, like, everybody is different, right? Everyone has the things that work for them and the things that don't work for them when it comes to self-care. And I am so on board with you know, your little bath salts and going for a walk and like the simple stuff, right? But like, I'm interested to know what comes before that, like the motivation to actually go, the like, what do you do to prepare yourself to do those things, you know? Because it has to become a habit before you even actually do it. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I like also want to know, what are the other forms of self-care that people have adopted that work, you know? Because I find that a walk is so nice, so refreshing, but it only lasts for a little bit, you know? Is it, I need to completely disconnect for a full 24 hours from my phone, from my laptop, from everything? But to completely disconnect means that my mind and my brain needs to disconnect with all of the thoughts as well, which is very hard to do. So I don't know. I'm rambling right now, but I just really want to know, what does everybody do for self-care? And I feel like also, like, when things become so mainstream, not that self-care shouldn't be mainstream, right? Because your mental health and all of that is super important, but I feel like when it becomes like the thing to talk about, they're almost these solutions that lack substance. For example, I kind of think about it in the same way as like, the buzzwords were diversity and inclusion, right? And so everyone sort of adopts these very surface level ways of achieving whatever they think diversity, inclusion, equity should look like at these big tech companies, right? That's sort of how I feel about the self-care space. And I do think it's a lot of trial and error and figuring out what works for you. Like, for example, I went to Ross and I bought a whole like bed sheets and a pillow and all this stuff, and that was cool. It was one of those instant gratification moments, and I'm, you know, going to be able to go into my room and we do a deep clean, and that will help me, but it doesn't last. And so how do you make this shit last? Like, I know I'm just rambling, but I don't know. If anybody has suggestions for the things that they do for self-care that are lasting, that you feel like it's not like, oh shit, I have to actively think about doing this. And maybe it is that we have to actively think about doing it because it's not something that we've normalized, right? So anyway, I'm just ranting, but I just hope everyone's taking care of themselves, and maybe I should stop drinking so much caffeine. But can y'all believe I still have class today? I'm like, I can't even concentrate on writing my own name down on a piece of paper right now. Like, how do you spell my name? Is it with an I, with a Y, with a W? This is kind of self-care for me, like talking to the camera, just recording myself. And who knows if I'll actually even share this, but it's kind of nice to have it just so I know, like, these were my thoughts. Anyway, speaking of reflections and stuff, I did actually want to film and talk to you all about my reflection for this month based on my passion planner. You know, the passion planner that I have at the end of it always has a reflection piece, and I haven't answered them, and I'm usually so good about answering them like on the last day of the month or maybe the day after. And I guess it's only been 2 days since October ended, but I'll be doing that. Maybe I'll do it in the same video, just have all my rants and all my thoughts on this one. But this is just weird fucking times, right? Like, how is it November? I have no idea. I had no idea. Like, where is time going? What am I doing with time? It's like, sometimes I just want to leave, and I'm like, but that doesn't solve anything. That doesn't solve problems. That doesn't help your community to just be an individual. Like, yes, be an individual, be yourself, but individualism isn't, did I even say that right? I don't know, but like, I just have a very strong belief and hope in humanity. Like, I believe that humans are not necessarily naturally selfish. I just don't believe it. Anyway, we'll see what happens, but yeah, I definitely am taking whatever kind of comes to my heart and my being and what I feel like doing. I'm definitely being very vocal, like with my job, about like, hey, today I'm only taking meetings from here to here. I haven't done that today because today for the election we had a no meeting. Just kidding. We had a no meeting day, so it was, you know, I didn't have to say like, hey, no meetings, but and I almost feel like work is sort of serving as a distraction. So the fact that I didn't necessarily have too much of that, I mean, I had work to do, but I didn't have meetings. So it was a little bit like, okay, let me scroll through my phone some more. But yeah, but right now I was like, okay, I need to take the time, especially because the day is getting darker earlier in the day. I have to come outside and catch a little bit of sunlight before I stare at my computer for another 4 hours and probably have a quiz on a chapter that I don't feel as strongly about. By the way, I'm talking about bomb. Oh, by the way, this other thought that I had, in one of my classes, we just talked about motivation and this reward system that businesses have, right? Where we express a desired behavior of others, whether that be empathetic, collaborate, do this, do whatever. But the systems that we have in place do not reward the kind of behavior that we say we desire. For example, a salesperson, right? We want folks to feel empowered. We want them to collaborate with one another. But in this competitive environment, everyone is compared to one another. If they're put on the board, like they're leading in sales, there's this like competition there, working overtime to be better, you know, like all of these things that we say we want to do, we don't necessarily promote because the systems that we have created are so heavily focused and so heavily based on this dominant idea that humans are naturally selfish and that this reward system needs to be put in place that feeds into that dominant behavior of human selfishness. Whereas if we were to come into these systems and these processes and these programs that we put and implement with the idea that, you know what, we're actually very complex human behavior. We're not naturally selfish. We're not naturally unselfish, right? We just are. And so if we were to come to these systems and these organizations and say, okay, we want to implement this system where collaboration is genuinely rewarded, where empathy is rewarded, where community building is rewarded, where professional personal development is rewarded, we'd be that much better off. And there's like studies that are coming up and about that evolution as far as you know, business goes and all that actually favors collaboration, yet the systems that we currently have in place do not. another rant, but just so interesting to think about. Anyway, I really like that class. That class is very much like discussion based, but and then it also makes me think about our motivations, and are our motivations tied to what actually motivates us as people, like as Ivonne Armenta, or is my motivation tied to what the reward system that's in place kind of tells me I need to be motivated by? Like, do I need to be motivated by the fact that, oh, I may get a promotion someday? Or can I be motivated by the fact that, damn, I'm working on some cool shit and innovation is rewarded, you know? So, just, I don't know, just some stuff to think about. Anyway, I'll come back if I think of anything else, but I'm just gonna sit here and drink my coffee for a bit. Yeah. Okay, so I just fixed up my bed and I want to share with you because it's so cute. It's bringing me a lot of joy right now, so I want to share with you all. 1 segundo, por favor. Look. I know you can't really see because like it's kind of dark here. Here, let me turn on the light. Not that that will probably won't do much, but look. I think this is my favorite color combination. So my bed frame lights up there, and recently, I usually don't have it on, but recently at night I'll just keep it on for a bit, just sit there, and yeah. My pillow says thankful, grateful, blessed. This super soft throw blanket that I got, it's a Steve Madden one from Ross, and I have black sheets, and this just makes me so happy. If you're looking for a new bed sheet or whatever, go to Ross. Ross is my go-to for all of this stuff. But these are the kinds of little things that bring me a little bit of joy, and it kind of just makes my room look nice and feel good. And I spend every single day here, so might as well make it a good experience. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I also have another throw blanket. You know, did I mention this already? I think black and yellow is my favorite combo, because let me show you something else. And my room's a mess, but you know. So my phone case, yellow. Obviously this bag, my bag, yellow. What else? This other bag that I bought here, it's like, it's a Nike kind of tote bag thing. It's also black and yellow. I don't know, I'm just feeling the black and yellow vibes. But anyways, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna clean the rest of my room. Look, black and yellow, what'd I say? That's funny. That's actually really funny. But anyways, I just wanted to show you a little bit of that bringing me some joy today. And I'm going to clean the rest of my room so that my entire room can give me some joy. I've been doing a lot better. It's been a couple days since those last clips, and still a lot of thoughts going on in my head, but doing a lot better. I'm being really intentional about the things that I do. For example, I got Spotify for the first time. I used to have Apple, but I got Spotify, and I started listening to daily affirmations. So, you know, things like I am resilient, I am happy, I am joyful, I am energetic. So those have helped. If you have been thinking about doing them, I would suggest starting them. I mean, granted, it's like there's like a 21-day challenge and I'm on day 1, but even that, like I woke up and that was what I started my morning with, like right before getting into the shower, and I really feel like it changed my entire mood. And I'm not sure if the stars somehow aligned to make it so that my day was not as stressful. I have a midterm on Tuesday that I'm like, it's a financial management course. So taking that, just submitted an essay, still working. And I just plucked my eyebrows and I overdid it, so one of them is really thin, and I won't point out which one because you can probably tell, and I don't know why I pointed out my eyebrows, but now you know. Anyway, I'm about to make a coffee, and I also know that coffee may not be the best for when you're feeling like really anxious, but I just can't help it. But again, as I've been sort of being really intentional and practicing these key things, my chest has been feeling a lot less heavy. There's still some there, but like I can breathe a little bit better. There's some moments throughout the day where I have more energy or more like positivity running through my veins than at other points of the day. But right now I'm getting ready. I have a meeting in 9 minutes and I just heated up some water. I'm going to make my second coffee of the day. And right after this meeting, I'm gonna start studying. I have class at 6, from 6 to 10, and then I'll study some more after that. But yeah.
I am divine.
I am divine.
I am dynamic.
I am dynamic.
I am empowered.
I am empowered.
I am energized.
I am energized.
I am enthusiastic.
I am enthusiastic.
I am exquisite.
I am exquisite.
I am extraordinary.
I am extraordinary.
I am exuberant.
I am exuberant.
I am fabulous.
I am fabulous.
I am happy.
I am happy.
I am hopeful.
I am hopeful.
I am inspired.
I am inspired.
I am invigorated.
I am invigorated.
I am jubilant.
I am jubilant. I don't know what that means, but I'm jubilant.
I am loving.
I am loving.
I am magnificent.
I am magnificent, and so are you.
I am marvelous.
And we're marvelous. Okay, that was just a little snippet of what I did this morning before the shower. It was so nice. It made me feel exuberant. Just kidding. I gotta look that word up. I don't know what it means. Whoops. Doesn't necessarily have to do with my mental health, but kind of it does. My house gets super cold, and because of that, I haven't experienced colds like this since I got my surgery, but I can actually feel el fierrito que tengo en el pie. I can feel it, and it hurts me, and so because of that, it's been a little bit more difficult to like want to go out or go for walks or, you know, drive. It's just I want to minimize the amount that I'm actually on my foot because it hurts. I can feel, ¿cómo se dice fierro? I can feel the little, I can feel the screw in there because of the cold. So I'm like layering up. When I'm not in meetings, I have my robe on. I have double socks on and all of that. So just a quick little thing because it is affecting like whether I can go walk and whatnot. Okay, going into my meeting now. Si vas a venir a acostarte, sí, si no, no. So sometimes he'll come and like just chill here. It looks like he wants to play, and I ain't got time to play right now. ¿Te vas a estar o no? I used to not like dogs. Now I love him. He's like a little baby. All right, I'm putting you down. Cosmo! Oh my goodness. So this is my current work from home setup. I've got my laptop right there and all that right there. I just got done with a company-wide meeting and there were so many technical difficulties. Like, I was sharing my presenter view mode instead of the actual presentation, and then there's a lot of going back and forth. I don't know. I just, whenever things like that happen, whenever I don't start off right, like whenever there's something off from the beginning, it just makes, it sets the tone for the rest of the meeting, at least from my perspective. And I feel like I was all nervous. I was like stuttering. Yeah. So anyway, I had to check in with like a mentee that I have, and we were talking about pretty much just our mental health and all of that, and it was so, it's so wild, and I feel like this oftentimes happens to us too, is I found myself giving him feedback on things that I'm not even good at yet, and habits that I still am working on maintaining and creating. And I think it's so important to acknowledge that going on walks and stuff may not be what works for me, or it may not be what works for somebody else, but maybe building the habit of going and doing something else other than like thinking about what's causing you, you know, pain or anxiety or whatever it is. And we kind of talked about how there have been days where this person wakes up with like just a heavy chest, and I was like, yeah, me too. I literally like every day for the past couple of weeks, really, I just have been waking up with this huge, it feels like a huge load on my chest. And I try different things to, you know, my daily affirmations, as you all know. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, one, it's important to normalize not knowing what the hell to do, or normalize just like being in the state of feeling all of the feelings, and normalize not having quite the answers to figure it out. Because I can tell him, or I can tell this person, go on walks, go do this, listen to that, but I know how hard it is to actually get yourself to doing that when you're in that situation. So I don't know, just as much as we give people advice, it's important to know and to say out loud, I'm figuring it out too. I have no idea what I'm doing on a daily basis because it's not something that we've like practiced. So anyway, because one of the things that I said was like, oh, I feel, you know, you have this resource available to you, go and, you know, you can definitely go and talk to someone, but that's just not normal, you know? Like, I don't see myself going into a room with a therapist who is likely white. And it just means I have to do more research on the person that I end up going to talk with, you know, because I don't want to talk to someone that I can't relate to, or that can't relate to me. And maybe not relating to them is a good thing. I don't know, but anyway, that's just my thoughts for the day. I gotta get back to work. I have to study like in like 2 hours. Oh shoot, I think I have a meeting right now. Okay, bye. I gotta take off my robe. So I'm sort of back to being myself. Wow. Here I was thinking that concealer I got was great. No, mom. Dang. Also, I just look greasy. Anyway, this week I've been working in the dark. Like, instead of being in my room, I'll go over to the kitchen and just work there, because I find that being in my room reminds me of, I don't know, I'm just in my mind trying to separate work from my bedroom and from school. So at least if I'm only here for school for 4 hours every day, it's not as bad as being here for a whole freaking like 12 hours. So yeah, just updating you. Like, I've felt kind of like in and out, you know. I've felt productive. I'm super comfy today. I woke up and I showered, did my affirmations and all, and I felt good. But you know, I don't know, it's just like weird. Like, I'm not unhappy, but I'm also not happy, and I'm kind of okay with being where I am, but at the same time I'm not. Like there's just this level of uncertainty where I don't know, I really think, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I really think I want to take like, go rent out an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere or something and just be there. But so it's been like, I've been using my passion planner to really chunk out my times, and sometimes I'll keep, like sometimes I'll say, okay, I'm going to do this in this hour, but I'll switch things around. Like if I feel like doing, like folding my laundry before I write that email, I'll do that instead. So I'm giving myself some freedom to be like, okay, you don't have to follow this real like structure, but giving myself enough structure to be like, if nothing else, follow this, because I find that that is helping me kind of do things. And I don't feel, I'm trying to allow myself not to feel pressured with time, and just saying like, look, you have 30 minutes to do this. Like this is a good 30 minutes. Like don't use 15 of those minutes to think about how, the fact that you have to do it. Just do it, right? So anyways, and I also, I don't know if I said this already, but in the past clips, but I turned off all my notifications on my Instagram, on my Snapchat. The only ones I don't have turned off are my emails. I don't get work emails there. I only get school emails and like my personal emails and stuff. But most of those emails that I get are spam anyway. But yeah, I'm getting ready for a chat with somebody that I hope, a guest that I hope to have on Chats with Yvonne soon. So I'm excited about that. Really empowering subject that we're talking about. So I'm excited for you all to see it. And yeah, just want to give you the mental health update. Yvonne's mental health. If I had to describe it in one word, it'd be like, huh? Anyway, okay, gotta join. Yep, gotta join the meeting now. Oh my god, don't mind. And I only put concealer on, I didn't put foundation on, and I thought, it's okay. My camera is, like my laptop camera is not HD, so you can't really see it. So it's cool. It's cool. Before I go on the call, actually, because you know we're gonna meet in 10 minutes. My tip of the day: shower. Specifically, shower in the mornings. That's my tip. Shower in the mornings, because it just helps you feel refreshed for your day. I'm going to start to try to implement like workouts, like mini workouts. I can sort of like walk on my foot a lot better now, and there's still some pain when I bend, but not as bad. So I feel like I can sort of kind of maybe start like walking on the treadmill with a what's it called? Oh my god, a little hummingbird. Oh my god, that was so cute. I wish I could show you guys. Oh dang. It's the little things, you know. That's why I like that my room is literally an entire, like, it's just all windows. Fun fact, my room is actually not a room, and it's like an indoor patio, but I converted it into a room. So that wall is the only real wall there is, and then everything else is sheetrock, something like that. Anyway, shower everybody. Váyanse al fundillo. My second tip: do more of what you love. I just had this like really awesome conversation with somebody for Chats with Yvonne. We have a date and we're going to record, and I'm so excited because these conversations like bring me life. Like bringing these conversations to light bring me life, and I'm so excited for you all to see that. If you don't follow me already, follow me on Chats with Yvonne, where I post a couple of chats. I try to do the monthly, but you know, as you can tell by this vlog, shit gets real. So anyway, now I have to practice for a presentation in class. This lighting is good. Yeah, anyway, I'm excited. Do more of what you love.
Hey everybody. So I'm now editing this video. It's about to be midnight, but I wanted to just close this video off and thank you all so much for watching. I really truly appreciate every view, every like. I especially appreciate it when you subscribe. It lets me know that you kind of like being on this little journey with me, and so I really truly do appreciate it. I put this video together because I'm really big on reflection and like journaling and just becoming more self-aware all the time. I just think you're better for it, the world is better for it. So this is something that I'm exploring a little bit more through video, and it was just kind of cool to see the transition of my moods in these video clips. So if you noticed, I kind of went from this place of being like, what the F, to, okay, I kind of like, I did something that I really enjoyed and truly loved doing. And, that brought me like joy and peace, which is where I am right now. And who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll kind of go back to the same place. But it's good to document and to be aware of all of those different stages, because the more self-aware you are, the better truly you are able to show up for people, and for yourself, right? Most important person in your life. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching and sticking around. I know this is a long one, but it's really important to normalize just the human experience. Like, we're not fucking robots. We're not made to deal and to see everything that we see every day, especially with the access that we have through technology now. Like, we're not built for that shit. So take care of yourselves. Comment down below and let me know what you do for self-care, because like I said, I just, like, some things just don't work for me. And so I don't know if it's just I need more discipline around them, but I don't know. So just let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.